We're going to tell you about the 1000 PSI pump and what comes in your kit. When you unbox it, you'll have a roll of tubing. This is our flex tubing. We also sell it with the stainless steel tubing. It all has compression fittings, so there are no push lock fittings in the 1000 PSI. You'll also be receiving this filter kit, your 0.006 nozzles that come with this kit, receiving a package of clamps. These clamps simply clamp over top of the tubing and your screw goes in that hole. You will also receive an end plug. You'll use this at the very end of your line. And in this package also is 2 extra nozzles and 2 nozzle plugs in case you have some nozzles that you don't want spraying. You just put the nozzle plug in there. This is how you set up your filter kit. You have an inlet and an outlet. Just put your bracket on this way. Take the big screws that come in the bag with the bracket. Screw them down tight to the filter. The filter will hang in right here where it says filter bracket. You just simply slide it in there like that. Then this is your feed line, which will be in this filter kit. This will hook to your water spigot. Then the other end will push into the inside of the filter. Simply push it in till it won't push any farther. Then you will have another piece of this tubing. You'll want to come from the outside of the filter, push it in till it won't push anymore. Then you are ready to bleed out all the air out of your pump. We're going to show you how to mount your compression misting tees to your tubing. Just simply take it as it comes with the ferrules are already in place. Just push this onto your tubing as far as it'll go. You hold the inside with the 9/16 wrench and using a 5/8 wrench, you just tighten this up on your tubing. Roll of thumb, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Don't want to over tighten it. Okay, the reason that we tell you not to put your nozzles in till after you have your line mounted is in case you need to turn these any little bit. The nozzle restricts to where you can get this wrench on. See, the next turnaround, the nozzle is in the way, and we do not want you breaking this nozzle off inside of that hole. If you do, then we recommend that you go get an easy out that will fit into that hole. You run another piece of tubing from here to your next nozzle. We recommend that you cut your tubing 2 to 3 feet, preferably 2 foot to get the best coverage. If you do anything less than 2 feet, or more than 3 foot, you may have too much water if you put too many nozzles close together. If you put them too far apart, over 3 foot, then you may not get the coverage that you're looking for. Then when you get all your nozzles put in, you want to make sure that this threaded piece right here, make sure that they're all facing in the same direction before you install it to your soffit or wherever you're going to put it. That way you don't have to go back and try to move these to line them all up. At the end of after your very last nozzle, you'll cut another little piece of tubing and fasten it in place, and then you'll be putting on this end plug right here, which that is just the end of the line. Now before you actually put this on and tighten it down, we're going to show you how to flush your system out before you use it. Then you will be installing this after that process. Now after you have misting line installed to your soffit or wherever you're going to put it, once it's installed and you have all of these pointing down, all in the same direction, then you can go back and put in your 0.006 nozzles. They will simply screw into this hole here. And just get them real tight so they don't leak. We're going to show you how to winterize your 1000 PSI pump. For starters, you'll turn your water off. Take your filter, unscrew the housing, dump all your water out. Replace the bottom. You will unhook your feed line from the water spigot and drain all the water out of this. To unhook this from the filter, you can use your fingers, you can use a release tool sold at MistCooling.com, or you can use a crescent wrench, adjust it down to where it's just bigger than the tubing. Push this ring here in towards the fitting and pull your line out like that. Dump all your water out of this. You'll go to your last nozzle, unscrew the nozzle, set it aside. You will take some compressed air. You can get in a little can. You can use a compressor with something like this. Your main line going to your misters will be plugged into here. You will take the compressed air, go into the inlet fitting, and spray the air until there's no more water coming out of the nozzle you removed. When all the water is out, you can put your nozzle back in. You can unhook this. If any water's left in there, it'll run out of the end of the tubing, and you're winterized. De-winterize your 1000 PSI pump. For starters, your pump is mounted over here on this side of the pump, located by the inlet. What you will do is hook your water supply back up. This end will go to your spigot. This end will go to the inlet on your filter housing. Just push that in till it won't go in any farther. You'll turn your water on. So you get solid stream of water, no air. Turn your water off. Plug this into your inlet fitting on your pump. Turn your water on. Let it run through the pump till you have no air coming out, solid water. Turn your water off. Hook your tubing back to the outlet fitting that runs to your misting line, all your nozzles. Go to your last nozzle, remove the nozzle. Then you'll turn the water back on and watch this last nozzle. Let the water come out till there's no more air, only water. Then turn your water off. Put your nozzle back in. Turn your water on. Turn your pump on, and you're good to go.